What up, people? It's your boy, Master Chudy, out here with another comic review. So, Astonishing X-Men is out again. You know how I've been about this series. It's hyped. It's pretty good. I've enjoyed Soul's run on this. It's it's pretty nice. It feels like classic X-Men. And the cover here shows Psylocke and X, as he now likes to call himself instead of Professor Xavier or Charles Xavier or Professor X. Just calls himself X. And it just shows him and Psylocke at odds. But we see that everybody's like, Proteus has returned basically. After the defeat of Shadow King, Proteus has returned, and X has overtaken Phantom X's body as part of a deal of some sort with both him and Phantom X. And, the story's pretty good, so let's get into it. So, Proteus has returned. He's happy, and he's like, I've never felt this joy before. The sun is shining through me. No, like I am the sun. Free, finally free. If only I weren't so hungry. Then, of course, Charles Soule is the writer, Paulo Sequeira is the penciler, and Walden Wong and Roberto Poggi are the inkers. So, first of all, look at Rogue, man. Whew! Look at that figure. The women are definitely fit in all this. So, we see that, please tell me you didn't bring Proteus back from the dead. It's like, if I did, Rogue, it was not my intention. It's like, it was not my intention. The Shadow King must have been using shards of Proteus' soul to create a psychic feedback loop and nearly ripped a hole between the astral plane and this world. If I had known, I would have. But Mystique comes in saying that, or maybe this was all part of your plan from the beginning. We don't know. We don't know anything. In fact, why are we listening to this man at all? And then X is like, you think they should trust you instead of me, Mystique? Not at all. I know better. No one will ever trust me. But there's a difference between us, X. I'm not asking them to. Interesting. Nice. And then Psylocke's like, please, just stop. Not all of us have fought Proteus, but we know the stories however he got here. He needs to be contained right away. For all we know, he's already killed people, taken their bodies for his own. Can we just set everything else aside and stop him? Sek agreed. Psylocke, I can fix this. I know I can. Oh, I'm sure you will. And then that'll make Apocalypse pop out of nowhere or something, right? Sek, well, if he does, Rogue, I'll fix that too. Dang, there's something wrong. There's something odd about Xavier. Meanwhile, Bishop is calling us like, this is Bishop calling out any X-Men still alive out there. It's like, we have a problem. And Proteus is just going around saying, don't be afraid. I'm not going to hurt you. It's just, I'm very hungry. And we just see, I'll only take a little piece, I promise. You won't even feel it. So, and this woman, she's trying to protect her sons. And the father's like this, I'll only take this, like, stay back, I'm warning you. But the father's like, no, leave them be. If you want someone, take me. He's like, that's very kind of you. He's like, okay, thanks, bro. Just eat you. It's like, you hungry, Proteus? It's like, eat this. And we just see Bishop just blast this dude, and he's absorbing the energy. Like, And you just see, I have him. All of you, run. It's like, Bishop, stop. It's like, stop saving people's lives, whoever you are. It's like, I don't think so. So he just keeps shooting Proteus down, like, boom. You just see, listen to me. My name is X. You knew me as Charles Xavier. You can trust me. Do not fire Proteus again. He's not vulnerable to energy weapons, only metal. You're not hurting him. You're feeding him. It's like, I know that. Proteus is all over my end-time database. It's a disaster almost every time he pops up. He's a monster. But if he's eating this, he's not eating people. It seems like a fair trade. It's like, no, you don't understand. The only way to defeat Proteus is to keep him weak. If he's strong, you just see, what? Excellent. So you just see him turn the gun on. You just see him absorb all of Bishop's gun, taking all of it, like blasting it right there. So he empties the whole clip and gets more powerful. And then he just blows up everything. And then X is like, oh, well done, Bishop. I'm sure you saved a lot of lives. Ouch. And he just, not good. So Archangel, Gambit, and Old Man Logan return. And Gambit and Rogue embrace. Bam. It's like, Remy, when the Shadow King, I thought you were gone, I said, wouldn't do that to you, Sharon. It's like, Warren, you're okay. Even as Archangel. Better than okay, Betsy. I'm not sure how baby Xavier did it, but for the first time in a long time, I'm in control. So, Rogue got, Rogue and Gambit here. Psylocke and Archangel here. Then we get Mystique and Old Man Logan. So it's like, so this new guy. Right with you there, Logan. You move on him and I'll have your back. And it's like, Raven Darkholm has my back? What a world. Don't worry, Logan. I'm sure I'll stab it eventually. Maybe I'll stab it first. Are you flirting with me? God, I hope not. And it's like, we need to hit Proteus now. There's still a chance he's disoriented from being reconstituted. What you say, Proteus? Where's Phantom X? That is Phantom X, Gambit, or it was now. It's Xavier somehow. X. I'm not Phantom X. His flesh was raw material for my return to this world, that's all. That's all, eh? Oh, sure, don't make my skin crawl at that. Skull to hear that. His flesh was raw material. That's real nice. And how did he feel about that? It's like he agreed to remain on the astral plane, Gambit. Psylocke can confirm. He's good. Stop wasting time. Bishop charged Proteus with energy. It wasn't his fault. His intentions were good. But if we don't act now, it's like, can I ask why Proteus is here at all? And then Mystique is like, because of him. Accidentally, while I was in the process of saving thousands of people from a brutal psychic infection. And now, if you stop asking so many questions, I will fix it. And then we just see Old Man Logan's like, no need. I know how to kill Proteus. It's like, metal. So we just see Logan's like, yeah, I'm going to cut him up. Just see Archangel and I can go. Warren can soften him up from a distance with those blade feathers of his. Then I'll get up close and finish it easy. And then Archangel's like, wait. It's like, we're just going to murder him? I realize I'm basically an angel of death, Logan, but that doesn't mean it's my only move. I know what Proteus was. We've all heard the stories, but he died. Do we even know if this is the same person? So X is like, Warren is right. It may come to a fight, but I'd like to try something first. If we could stop this before it begins without bloodshed, that would be ideal. Psylocke, lend me your strength. I prefer not to do this alone. And she's like, It's like, all right, good. Then in we go. So both of them dive into Proteus' mind. It's like, it's like, you want in, eh? Trying to force yourselves on me, being so aggressive. It's not nice. You should always ask first. But that said, I'm glad you're here. You want in, friends? Come in. So they enter into their mind. It's like, welcome, I'm Kevin McTaggart. It's a pleasure to meet you. You are legends here. It's like, thank you. So here we are, deep in my mind. Doesn't look so bad, does it? Not too scary. I'm glad you came. We'd have to run up against each other eventually. But get this question out of the way early, eh? And what question is that, Kevin? So Xavier's son? It's like, I'll get to that first. Tell me, do you think atonement is possible? Ask in another way. That's why they build prisons, yeah? Or perhaps they exist to protect society from monsters. And Kevin is like, yeah, I suppose. Maybe it depends on whether you're an optimist or a pessimist. Me, I believe change is possible. I think we all learn from experience. After all, when a baby hurts itself, it touches a hot stove and learns not to touch it again. Don't you think the same is true for hurting other people? Once you do it, you see the pain, you understand it, you learn from it. Do you know how old I was during that nastiness on Muir Island? The first time your X-Men encountered me? 10 years old. I was a wee child. That's all the life I had before your friend Colossus beat me to death. And everyone just say, oh, that's not possible. Oh, but it is, Lassie. As soon as I was born, my mom, Moira McTaggart, remember her? Lovely lady, wonderful parent. She built me a cage. Said it was to protect me. But you know, in hindsight, I'm not so sure. Anyway, 10 years later, I escaped to try to find my other family. I had me mom, me pa, Joseph, and you probably know where that went. Smashed to nothing in Editor by a big metal Russian. Sure, I popped up again here and there. That poor lad Gilbert Benson suffered for it. He did, but really it was just those 10 years. And it's like, all I had were a few days in the cage. A poor wee child killed by the X-Men every time he dared try to see a bit of a world. The Shadow King got a hold of my soul eventually, as he does, and he had me for what felt like 1,000 times that little life I had on Earth. 10,000 years on the astral plane, but longer than you, eh, Professor? Let's see. Just see, that's where I grew up. Could you imagine growing up in a place with bloody Amal Farouk as my only guiding light? I'll tell you, would have driven some men mad. If it wasn't easy, believe me. But all that time did let me think, let me understand what I'd done to all those poor people. It was time enough to change. You know about that change, don't you, Miss Braddock? You've been through one yourself. Are you the same person you are when you started your mad journey? You just see, of course not. Of course not, she says. Exactly, life has changed. But yet you're here to hump me and maybe kill me yet again. As far as you're concerned, I did one bad thing, so I'm bad forever. It doesn't seem right to me. It's like, but you feel what you feel. Enough for me. Now let's get to that question. You just see, my whole life has been in cages, Say, now that I'm out, I won't ever go back, ever. And I believe in freedom for me and for everyone. If you try to put me away again, I'll defend myself, but that's all you and your ex-man or anyone on the earth needs to worry about. Despite all you and yours done to me, I'll set it aside. No hard feelings. Leave me alone, and I'll leave you alone. It's like, is that a threat? Friend, of course it's a threat. Like, dang. It's like, so here's the question. It's like, now, it's like, knowing I let you come here all suspicious like, and me not making any antagonistic moves, making an effort to explain myself, what will you do? Then X whips out the pistols. Bam. Just see, what are you doing? What happened to bloodshed? I'm sorry, Betsy. We just can't take that chance. They just see, oh, well, I tried. And then something weird happened. Some type of weird psychic thing. It's like, no. And we got some Lovecraftian weirdness. Oh, everybody's freaked out. Yeah. Oh, my God. Look at this. This is sick. Oh. Oh. Oh, dang. This is nightmarish. To be continued. So this is nice. We get a little bit of what about Proteus. You know, I give it a good 8 out of 10. Charles Soule kills the game as always, man. So it was pretty nice. It was freaky ending, but hey, what can you do? That's the X-Men for you. So thank y'all for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification. Make sure you're notified. Once again, I do these reviews for you, the people, because I want to discuss good comics and get your views on them. Thank y'all for watching. I shall have more videos up later today.